back. We're Black and Curious. I'm Kendrin.
What up? What up? It is Deja. How y'all doing?
Hello. If you've never been here before, welcome. We do a cross section of pop culture in real life. Today, we are covering Real Housewives of Dubai. This is our first impressions episode where we are going to get to what we think about this season so far, the opening part of this season, and where we think it's going. And are we excited after having watched a couple episodes?
Ayan is crazy. It's
Ayan
really
is
what I
literally my
so
most favorite person on this show. I love me some Lesa Milan too. Be clear. And honestly, face
she's so
card,
beautiful.
she is the most beautiful of all the
So
housewives as far
beautiful.
as I am concerned.
At first I was like, did she have work done? Did she do change her face? But it was just that she normally wears like a very serious beat. So when she was with the boys, I guess at like their soccer thing or something like that, I was just like, wow, like she is just beautiful.
She is gorgeous. She is gorgeous. So, but Chanel Ayan is just she is so chaotic and I just love her so much. And the way my favorite thing about Chanel Ayan beyond her just showing up in like ball gowns is her showing
And
up with
chaos.
these random gifts. How she
Yes.
gave
She's like, I bought this for you.
she gave Lisa a goat.
Mhm.
Um she brought Caroline, that was last season. She brought Caroline a pineapple. It's like, girl, she brought somebody else a
Like,
candle,
I bought
Sara,
this
I
for you.
think. And it was just like,
Uh-huh.
and it was like a
Was it
Christmas
Sarah or
candle.
Taleen?
It
She brought Taleen the candle.
might have been Tanya. And so she just brought her like a Christmas candle, and she was just like, what? Huh? It is just so
Look,
chaotic, and it's my favorite thing. And I want to start doing that for people, like to keep, okay, something to know about me. I buy a lot of shit, and I don't use all of my stuff, and I don't even like all of the stuff. I buy a lot of stuff.
God.
I buy like earrings, and sometimes I will hold them and give them away for Christmas. Like when Anthropology is having a big sale, I'll just buy like a rack of earrings, and I'll get them here. Actually, I have a pair right here. I'll get them here, and I'm like, I don't think that's for me. I
Confessions
love
of a shopaholic, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
love these, but these are not for me. And I think I'm just gonna start showing up places like here. I have a pair of earrings for you. I'm gonna show them to you. They're pretty. Like,
This part
girl,
of the show is brought to you by Kendron Shopping at Anthropology.
they're so pretty, but they're just not
Those
me.
are cute. Are
And
they gold?
they are with like a little
Those are
tassel.
so pretty.
They're
I
so
love
pretty.
that.
They're just not me. And so I'm just gonna start showing up places with random gifts for people. Like, hey, got something for you. Or
I
if
love
I
this.
can't find anything, I'll just be like, "What's your favorite fruit?" Apple. I got some apples for you.
Girl, I cannot. If you do that, please know that when you come home, if you do that, I'm going to be on the floor.
I'm gonna start doing it. I promise to God, because I think it is the most chaotic, silliest, funniest thing ever to do that. And like normally I would like, okay, so when I lived in my old place, there was like a Walgreens on the corner, right? So I would always stop and get somebody like a bottle of Prosecco or whatever if I was going over. Like, what would it mean to pick up somebody some like lip gloss or like foundation? Like what would it
Girl,
mean?
I mean, you need to know what foundation shade you getting, girl.
Exactly the point. That is exactly the point.
Come
It's
in
like,
with some household products.
but that's my point. Like, what would it mean to come in with like household cleaner? It's like it's something that people need, and you're just like, girl, what?
Girl, I
That
bought you
is
some toilet paper.
stupid. And it's just like it's one of those stupid things that I think is so funny and charming about her. And I want to start doing that. Or like just pick up something and just be like, hey, saw this, thought of you. So funny. Um, Also Chanel, Milan, Lesa Milan, and Caroline Stanberry are my favorite trio. I don't think they're going to last because I don't think that Milan and I keep calling her Milan. I know she was Milan on the other show. She's Lesa here. Lesa
Lisa.
and Caroline are going to stay together as friends, but I want them to because I love them as a
The thing
trio.
is, like, Lisa is like handling her with kid gloves. Like, okay, you want to be friends with her? All right, fine, Ayan. I'll tolerate her, but
Like,
I'm still
yeah,
like this.
like I guess. But I kind of like their dynamic because there's so much chaos in one space and like so
Hmm.
much personality in one group of people that it does it for me. I like them as a trio.
And Stansberry is, I don't know if it's just her being British, but Stansberry is so mean.
Oh, she's so funny to me. But I've always loved
She's
her, even
funny,
from
but she is just like, and maybe it's not mean. Maybe it's just
no, she's
she's
mean.
so direct,
No, she's
like
mean.
into the point. Like she's just curt.
Yeah,
Kid just like she's mean.
no, she's mean. Even with Sergio, when she was like, yeah, I'm going on a college tour with my kids, and he was like kind of insecure that she was going with her ex-husband, and she was like, well, if I get back with him, then you can still come live with me.
I missed that part. I don't think I heard. I remember her talking about the college tour. I must not have been paying attention. Dang. All right, girl.
I was like, it's awful, but also hilarious to me. And I don't think Sergio took it as hilarious, but I laughed.
Girl. So okay, sidebar. I thought it was interesting and also like interesting in a petty way that they replaced the previous Armenian woman with Taleen, who's also Armenian. I'm like, did y'all do that on purpose?
Of course they did.
Because
Of
what
course
the
they did.
hell? But I also think because that the other Armenian woman, her husband was super wealthy. I think he probably was like, get off this show.
Yeah, no. No, 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 no.
Like you
Um,
messing up my business affairs. You cannot be a part.
and she was boring too, because I don't even remember her name. While we're here,
She
what
was Carolyn's sidekick, basically.
who Brooks?
That's how I remember her. No,
Andrea?
Stansberry.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The other, because she's a petite little woman. I just remember her because the wealth, the money.
I used to get her
Like
and
the
Sarah
other girls
confused,
got money, but
honestly.
not like her. Huh?
I used to get her and Sara confused, so I
The only way I could tell them apart is because Sarah is much taller than her.
sure.
She's
I,
like real little.
she
The other
didn't do it for
lady. I
me.
don't know.
But while we're
Well,
here,
she
let's
was
talk about Taleen. What are we thinking about her for the new season?
Taleen is very East Coast. She reminds me of people from here because I think she is from Virginia.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I want to say maybe Northern Virginia,
Mm.
like the outskirts, but she's from Virginia. I like Taleen. I think she's funny.
I like her so
I'm
far. I think
interested.
she's Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm interested to see how this is all going to play out between her and Stansberry and Brooks because I get where Brooks is coming from. Like, you're my friend. My other friend is talking shit about you, and like, you my best friend. I'm not going for that. But what I don't understand is like Brooks, you and Stansberry was like this. Y'all was besties, butt
Which is
buddies. Like, what is the deal?
Yeah, and I have thoughts about her I'm gonna get to in a second. But as far as Taleen, I am curious to see how their dynamic is gonna play out. But like Taleen don't seem mad at Caroline anymore. So Brooks, you gotta move on, boo.
No,
Like if the
period.
if the offendee is no longer mad, then you can't be like, what you carry that around for? Like,
Like, let it go, girl.
let it go,
Like you
sis.
can't. But also, Brooks has been inebriated a lot, and I feel like the her wits are not with her when she's been drinking like
So
that.
yeah, let's get into it with Brooks. Yeah, she's been inebriated quite a bit. And like drunk, not like lightly.
Like,
It
girl at the party drunk, party girl.
and the thing that's wearing me out is like she's swearing up and down she didn't say X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, girl, you was probably too drunk to know.
And the way you running these stories back to people, like
They're
Bravo
wrong.
is so
They're
Bravo is
wrong.
so shady. They are running her instances of doing this back, so you can see when she did it last season, how she's doing it again, and it's like, girl, you're gonna get yourself in trouble.
And to me,
Basically, this is a habit.
yeah. And to me, she doesn't seem like, I don't know, something about her feels really, really forced to me because it's like she's always trying to be in the middle of mess. She's starting the mess and
Mm-hmm.
then she wants to be in the middle of it. She's not, I would not want to be friends with her because we have seen her now like basically destroy two friendships live and in person. Like she and I don't think that she and Lesa were ever really close friends, but they were like frenemies. And
Mm-mm.
like they were hanging out
Mm-hmm.
and stuff the first season, and then we come back to this season and like they're not even speaking. And
Mm-hmm.
when you interview her, she's like, "Yeah, everything is fine." But then why didn't you invite these people to your party if everything is fine? And then with Caroline Stansberry, she is like, "I thought that was your
What is
homegirl."
going on?
Like,
What is going on?
what is
That's literally her
happening?
thing. What is going on?
She's giving like she has to import a new bestie every season because she done fell out with all the rest of the people.
But I mean, at least with her and Taleen, it seems like this is not no pop up ready made relationship for
No.
TV. Like we're genuinely besties because if you like the way that she's behaving this season is totally different than last season. She seems a lot less conscious of like her surroundings and like on guard. She seems much more comfortable,
Yeah.
which I'm not mad at, but at the same time, like I would hate to see y'all's relationship fall apart because of her and Taleen now being a part of this cast.
Yeah, same. Um the
Let's
last
talk about Sara for a second.
Okay.
Because on Brooks' side, it's Taleen, Sara, and Brooks.
That doesn't do it for me
On
as a
Lisa's
combination.
on Lisa's side, it's Lesa, Stansberry, and Ayan. And I thought that was interesting, even though Sara kind of floats in between.
Uh-huh.
You always got one person that's a floater. But yeah, so neither here nor there. Sara is very, very, very shady.
Okay.
Like soup's shady. Because remember, there was a point where she went to the first time she's hanging out in with Taleen outside of the group with Brooks. She's talking about how Taleen and her husband live on this particular island and it's
Yes.
new money.
Uh-huh.
Like that
I did
type of
catch
shady,
that.
like very snobby.
Yeah, I got
And
that.
she does that a lot. It's
Mm,
not like a one-off thing. It's very like hoity-toity.
yeah. Um, and then I guess we can finish up with this unless you have anything else. Her and Ayan's kind of like friction about her saying that Ayan is a victim or is using her,
Mm-hmm.
female mutilation or whatever as a way of being a victim. I don't know. I didn't get that from what she said. I
I
feel
didn't
like
either.
Ayan misunderstood and that
The
I don't
way that I understand why Ayan is offended because again, Ayan don't speak great English as it is. So the way that Sara said it to Ayan is one way, but how it's written in print is totally different. It makes it seem
okay.
like Sara is saying that you don't, because of your, past tragedies, doesn't get to make you a victim and treat anybody any old kind of way
Okay.
is what Sarah's point is. But the way that it was written, like those little clips, it does make it seem like she was like basically dismissing her previous experiences and like calling her a victim and just being nasty and rude and whatever
Right.
have you.
No,
And that's not the intent.
I thought that Ayan was kind of more upset about being called a victim. And I was just like,
Yeah. But that's not really what Sara was saying.
I don't think that's what she was saying. I don't think that's what she was saying. And
Mm-mm.
in a way, like, she was a victim. She was a victim of something terrible. And I think people use that as a, like, I feel like she's receiving it as she's calling her a victim and weak in a certain way, and that she's not
Yeah.
a weak person. And it's like, no, you aren't. But by definition, you were a victim of something terrible.
Right. Agreed.
So I
But
think that was
y'all,
sort of
we
the
gonna see.
misunderstanding there. Oh, real quick, Brooks in that wig is getting on my nerves. That like her
The
edges.
curly wig.
No, it's the edges. Like
I
the
think it's just
edges
because it's
are
hot as
always like
hell.
lifting up a little bit. Like she's doing her
Because it's
baby
hot as
hairs
hell.
and it's like lifting all the time. Bugs
Y'all,
me.
I done rubbed off on Kendra. Y'all know I hate a bad wig.
Well, I don't have any comment about the wig itself. It's the edges and the lifting that's getting on my nerves. Um,
My issue with Brooks and her wigs is, girl, you got all this money. If you don't go get you some like a full sew in or like get something better than that you got to glue down. It's too hot.
yeah.
I can't imagine that like because and we're gonna get there, we're not there yet, but like looking at the girls down to South Africa's ultimatum, Like it's too hot. So you may as well just be El Natural, get you some braids or something, get you a little sew in where you can have a little setup where your hair is out or something.
Yeah, it's not great. So are you excited to watch this season of Housewives of Dubai? Do you think it's going to be giving anything, or what are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm absolutely excited because I want to see Ayan cut the fool per usual.
Quite literally.
And I feel like, the thing that we didn't even talk about is them shading each other's groups about being at the Beyoncé show.
Which I thought was absolutely ridiculous. Like, girl, please. Okay.
I'm like, sure. Come on, y'all. All this money. That's all y'all talking about. Well, we was down here. We were so close that we could feel the water flinging from her feet. Like, what the hell is a VVIP?
Y'all were in the box. Like, they were in the box. They were in a box probably with, I forget who they were dancing with. Mama Tina, maybe? They were in the box with Mama Tina. They were dancing, and that is quote unquote the VVIP, but the VVIP is rarely on the floor with everybody else. Like, it's usually up in the rafters, or like you're watching from a box. So basically Caroline and the other group was kind of like, well, girl, we were on the ground and we were like right there. So this is, it's the
like whatever, apples and oranges.
It's like whatever experience you prefer, honestly.
I'm saying.
What is your preference?
Anyhow, I'm excited to continue to watch them. I think that this is going to be a refreshing getaway from all the housewife shows we've watched as of late, because everything has been so goddamn serious.
Yes.
And serious in stupid ways. Like things that should not be like talked about at length the way that the girls are doing. So I'm team Real Housewives of Dubai, because it's better than the bumble shumble that's happening over there in New Jersey.
All right. In the meantime, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you think about this season of Real Housewives of Dubai so far. And yeah, let us know if you're going to continue to watch. And like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye, friends.